Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot Sagittarius. I am going to be doing your 2021 star sign reading. And what we're going to be looking at is where you are right now. What's your sort of perceived state of mind about where you are right now, where you want to be in 2021, what's coming in for you next year, and also some advice from Spirit to help you on that journey, that particular journey for you. If the reading resonates, I would be very grateful if you would comment, like, share, subscribe. If it doesn't resonate, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time. You will always have a reading for you at exactly the right time, guided by Spirit. And I trust when I put these messages out that the right person will come and see them at exactly the right time for them. I'm going to be using a variety of decks, but mainly my beautiful Spirit Song Tarot. And look, I've just pulled up the High Priestess, so that was on the bottom of the deck. So obviously that's in relation to you, my darling. Well done. High Priestess is a wonderful place to be, sitting in your knowing. What else? But I've also got some other decks as well that I'll pull as I'm guided to do so. I do have two little doggies who are here right now. So forgive me, one of them has a particularly loud snore, and I'll just have to try and ignore it and move through it, but hopefully she will not do that just at this time. She has done in the past. So let's move ahead with the reading, Sagittarius, and let's see what's coming in for you in 2021. So firstly, though, we're going to look at where you are right now, my darling. Just want to make sure my light, that's it, stays. So let's see where you are right now. Sagittarius, thank you, Spirit. Where are they right now on their journey? Thank you, Spirit. And again, it's flown out of the top, the High Priestess. So this is absolutely for you. I hope you can see this okay. The High Priestess. This is somebody, this is you. You're absolutely in your knowing. You trust in your knowing. You trust in your soul, your instinct, what Spirit's trying to guide you to do, what your soul, your best friend, is trying to guide you to do. You've been on a journey to get to this space. This High Priestess, this place you are, this place of being, doesn't just happen overnight. It is a journey to become the High Priestess. You've had to have contrasts. You've had to learn what you don't want in order to understand what you do want. You understand divine timing, divine law. You understand as above, down below, and that everything happens for you at exactly the right time. This is represented here by the lynx. And you see that contentment in the lynx's face there, with the new moon behind, representing a new cycle. And that for me says that whatever you are very open to whatever's meant to happen for you next year. And I say for you for a reason. Everything happens for you, not to you. So you're very open for whatever happens for you next year. And you're in a place of peace and contentment about that. You know as well, like the lynx, that everything will be revealed at exactly the right time for you. That comes back to divine timing and divine law. And you trust your intuition, you're meditating, you have dreams which, dreams, our soul whispers to us in our dreams. It's when we're at our most peaceful state. It's when that thin veil, there's a very thin veil between the conscious mind and the subconscious, the soul. And so you're listening to your dreams. And you're in a place of, I'm not going to say solitude as in you're alone per se, but you're happy in your place of being. You're happy in that space of being quiet. You enjoy the quiet, you enjoy the peace, you enjoy the silence, you enjoy listening to Spirit. You don't need to have a lot of noise and a lot of people around you. So that is wonderful. And the way the lynx is looking, she's looking towards the future. So well done you, my darling. So let's see what you're wishing for to come in for next year. Thank you, Spirit. For Sagittarius, thank you, Spirit. There we go. So we've got the Four of Cups. So can you see here, this is represented by the crane. Okay. So the Four of Cups for me, and immediately I'm seeing the four sort of grass is growing up also sort of reminds me of the Four of Wands. So the Four of Cups here is represented by the crane. So the Four of Cups is a card of wanting to move past. It's that impatience. Okay, so the Four of Cups is about looking at the past with a certain sense of regret, in the present about worrying about things in the future, and fearful for what, worrying about what the future is going to come in. But this particular Four of Cups is about a reminder for you to continue to be in that High Priestess mode, okay, to continue to be, and I've just glanced at the bottom of the deck and there's something important there to say in a minute. You want to have that continuous optimism in life, and we all do. We all want to have that optimism, but sometimes we have to have laundry days. Sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do. Whatever you have gone through, it's brought you great clarity and insight. And it's a reminder to you that everything happens for you on this journey. You may not have a great deal of motivation at the moment towards action, towards doing things. And I feel this is something you want to get past. You may have been in a bubble that you've created for your space, that safe place. And we've all experienced that with COVID this year. And you may have created a very safe space for yourself. And Spirit is saying, and you are saying, you need to push past that, to push out of that, to garner that enthusiasm you have for whatever you're passionate about, whatever you want to happen, that motivation. But you've been in a place of rest and meditation, and that has been extraordinarily transformative for you. This is why you've come into this High Priestess mode. And it's bringing in this fresh mindset for you. You've been soul searching, reevaluating, reflecting. But Spirit says, try not to have that disillusionment about what's happened, because what's happened was meant to have happened for you. Everything that happens for us is a gift in order for our souls to transform, to shift, to change, to evolve, to let go of expectations of others, to let go of, because expectations bring disappointments. And it's about understanding that everybody's on their journey at their own pace. And we all see life through our own lens of life. And that's why I'm guided at the bottom of the deck. You've got the 10 of Feathers, which is the 10 of Swords, and it's the snake. And it's this reminder to you with this 10 of Feathers. You've reached an end of a cycle with the 10 of Swords. It's coming to an end, whatever this period has been. It's been something that has been given to you in order to shift and change and to release a lot of things that no longer serve you. The snake is a message to you of your rebirth from Spirit, and the fact that, just like the High Priestess, the snake has a direct perception of their soul, of that instinct of their knowing, and the snake is incredibly amazing at how they maneuver in their life to either move away from things that don't serve them and danger, or to move towards where they want to be. But they can't hear, they can only see. So it's about having direct perception and understanding that everybody has direct perception. Some people's lenses might just be that little bit more cloudy, and to know that people's reactions to experiences in their life can be from triggers, from past hurts, past pain that they don't even realize they have, but go back a long time, and that cause them to behave the way they do. Let's have a look. But again, this Four of Cups, this Four of Shells, about soul searching and reevaluating. You're in such a transformative stage, and I know that there is an impatience sometimes for the next things to happen for you, but always trust that God, the universe, Spirit will always do this at exactly the right time for you. And the crane, he stands there, sometimes quite motionless, but knowing that if he's still enough, if he's quiet enough, then those fish will come, your answers will come. So let's have a look now, my darling, at what is coming in for you in 2021. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. You're very protected at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Look at this, the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. That's what's coming in for you, my darling. And this is represented by the hummingbird. So the Sun is those hopes and dreams, your desires. Spirit saying it's coming in for you, but trust in Spirit, trust in Divine, that it's coming in for you at the right time. The hummingbird is a messenger of light, of joy, of happiness. And what's so beautiful about the hummingbird is it flies backwards as well as forwards. So that for me says that whatever memories you have, those amazingly happy memories of the past, they're bringing in something new for you. They're healing you. Those memories that you have are healing what hurts you may have at the moment, and it's going to allow you to thank you, Spirit. It's going to allow you. Do you remember we talked about this Four of Cups and standing there and being still? You're being asked to be still at the moment, and I know that you want to move forward. This soul searching, this reevaluation, but whatever work you're doing on yourself, whatever lessons that you're learning from the past, whatever memories that you have, they are bringing in a newfound enthusiasm for you for the future as well. And the future looks bright. I mean, what's so beautiful with the hummingbird is with the Sun card, you can't get a happier card in the deck. Let's also have a look for you, my darling, as to what Spirit's advice is for you at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Sagittarius, thank you. Thank you. So you've got the Knight of Feathers, which is the Knight of Swords. So this is Spirit's advice for you. Spirit is saying, be very clear about what you want next year. Communicate clearly about what you want. And I don't necessarily just mean to others in your 3D reality. I mean to yourself. I mean to yourself, because when you communicate clearly what you wish for, the universe will always say yes. So be very clear about the feelings behind the feelings behind the feelings when you're manifesting, when you're saying thank you for it happening before it's happened. Communicate clearly. If you're communicating with a feeling of doubt, fear, or lack of self-love, the universe will always respond with a yes, but it'll give you more of the same in order for you to shift and let go of that. And you know this as this High Priestess. This card in this particular deck is represented by the coyote, and it talks about action and focus. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. The coyote is very they're very observant. So it's about observing everything. You see, when we don't really learn from experiences, we learn from the reflection of the experiences, from observing those experiences. So when things happen, if you're triggered by them, it's about to observe, to stand back and say, well, why was I triggered by that? It all happens for you, everything. Uncomfortable or amazing, it all happens for you as a gift. It's how you choose to receive that gift. And so if you choose to receive everything as a gift of learning as well, of remembering what our souls already know, as a gift for your soul's evolution, to stand back and observe, like the coyote, why it's happened for you. And then that allows you to learn and then to let go of things that you may have held on to for a very long time. Again, coming back to communicating clearly, I think it's about you doing that internal cutting to the chase about what you really, really want. And it's also talking about that whatever you are wishing for, the universe always says yes. Nothing's going to stop your progress with the Knight of Swords. You're going to cut through an awful lot of obstacles and things that are in your way, but doing it not from so much a logical place, but holding that sword of truth and clarity and knowing what direction you want to go in. Literally sort of opportunities will come in for you, and it's striking while the iron's striking while the iron's hot, and not letting your doubt or your lack of confidence in yourself get in the way. Having that courage of that knight, being your own knight in shining armor, and allowing that faith in yourself, that faith and trust that the universe has your back. Whatever you're wishing to do, they wish it for you. They know it's already happened, it just hasn't appeared yet, but allowing that faith to overcome fear. Let's have a look at, so that's Spirit's advice for you. Let me just see what else. I want to have a look at with the Illuminati deck. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What else is coming in for Sagittarius next year? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Look at this. You've got another major arcana. Okay. You've got two cards that come out. First of all, you have the Death card. And I love to see this here because the Death card is literally the end of old conditioned ways of behaving. Release, trampling on. Do you see here the king? The king here represents that ego, that pride, that those triggers, those conditioned behaviors that we have to protect ourselves. And it's the end of that. It's out with the old, in with the new, and how wonderful to see that leading into 2021. Those towers for me represent conditioned behaviors, and they're coming down. They're collapsing. And the towers have to come down in order for new foundations to be built. And what you also have coming in is an apology, the Princess of Cups. Whatever has led you to be the High Priestess, whatever journey you've been on, it's been a transformative one. And those transformative journeys are because we go through that darker place, that dark night of the soul. We go within to find the answers. And I feel like you're letting go of expectations, understanding they bring disappointments. And with that, you're allowing those walls of resistance to come down. And whatever the universe is meant to be bringing in for you, it's bringing in for you. Now, what is coming in is an apology. This is the Page of Cups, and pages are about transitional messages, about early on thoughts and ideas. Knights are about movement, and then kings and queens are about being. So this Page of Cups is a message, and cups represent emotions, love, romance, our relationships we have with people. Whatever this Page of Cups is, it's a message of love. It's a message from somebody who may feel slightly uncomfortable giving the message. It may not be as you expect, because they are going to feel uncomfortable. But they've stepped out just environment, and they're in touch with their emotions. I'm hoping my internet connection is saying it's unstable, but we shall keep recording. They've stepped into their emotions, and it has made them feel uncomfortable, but they want to come in with something that's true, with the blue there. And the green represents the heart chakra. So whatever they're going to say to you, it's from the heart. It's not from this space, it's from here. So let's have a look with my Celtic Tarot and see what else Spirit has. Let's focus on this Princess of Cups, this Page of Cups. What else can you tell us, Spirit? Thank you. About the Page of Cups. Thank you. Temperance, you've got patience. And look at this, an Ace of Pentacles. So I think you've waited, and I hate to use the word wait because we shouldn't wait. We move forward with our lives. But I think this has been a long time coming, this apology. And it's because Spirit's been working very hard behind the scenes. Everything happens in divine timing, and things have to completely line up in the cosmos, energetically as well. And also, do you know, people, if somebody has been in your life and now is not in your life and they haven't appeared, it's because you've been protected. It's because it hasn't been the right time. And energetically, they may not have been in the same space for you. So the universe just keeps you apart. And you can't heal in the place that you were hurt. It's a very important lesson to learn with that. But with temperance, the universe is saying divine timing, patience, all being balanced out, and it's happening. And it's happening at the right time for you. And what it is this Ace of Pentacles. It's a beautiful, solid offer coming in for you. Something that is a gift from the divine, a gift from God. It's in relation to this Page of Cups, this message of love, this message of apology. There have been obstacles to overcome. But, and I'm hearing as well, the grass wasn't necessarily greener on the other side. But you've been manifesting this. And it's something that you've been very consciously manifesting as well. Let's look a little bit deeper into this as well. Thank you. Any more you can tell on this Page of Cups? I'm using my Illuminati deck now. Thank you for Sagittarius, the Page of Cups. Oh, that's interesting. So that one came out, I've used the same deck. So anyway, I was obviously meant to look at this Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Communication, beautiful soul communication, movement. And you've also got here in the background, you've got the sheep there. So it's about that, you've stepped away from the crowd. You're doing something now that is for you, and you're happy to not follow the crowd. And because I feel like you may have lost yourself in relationships or a relationship in the past, and you've now found yourself again. And in doing so, you stepped away from the crowd. And it can be a solitary place as the High Priestess. But because of that, you've, those walls of resistance that you had up around you before have come down. And you're still doing that work on yourself. That's why that Four of Cups is there, that soul searching as well. But you're allowing the things that are meant to be happening for you to come for you. The universe will always deliver your wishes in the walls of least resistance, the path of least resistance. And whatever this is, this Page of Cups, it's a commitment. The Hierophant represents that commitment. And it's commitment not just to another, but also to yourself, to your relationship you have with yourself, to your putting yourself first in a very healthy, balanced way. It's your commitment to spirituality as well. So that's lovely. Let's have a look with this other deck, my Illuminati deck now. Anything else from Spirit? Thank you for Sagittarius. Anything else you'd like me to know? Thank you. It's too many cards, my darlings. Got the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is wonderful to see. So Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands wanted to come out, and Temperance again. So the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So the Seven of Wands is about you being very determined, about you knowing what you want, about you believing what you want, about trusting it, putting faith over fear, and not engaging in any energies around you that are seeing things from a lower perspective. You have a very high perspective on your life. You are in a high energy. You're in that vortex space. We still always have our laundry days, as I said. So I know you get frustrated at yourself at times, but don't beat yourself up too much. You have done an extraordinary job, my darling. And with the Seven of Wands, it's that reminder to you to keep making decisions in your life that are from that higher perspective, that higher self, communicating from that higher self. So when you're unsure of the words, just say thank you for the right words and trust that whatever will come from you will come from that space, not this space. And you've also got the Temperance card again. So this is just another reminder. Did we have? Yes, we did have. So it's 2 Temperance cards here. Whatever you have learned this last year has given you great hope and trust and belief in the universe. You know you're on your life path. And I'd love to see that Hierophant there as well, because there is a commitment with you to whatever your soul's desire is, your life path is as well. And you have, again, with this 10 of Swords on the bottom of this deck, you've reached an end of a cycle. There is a new dawn coming, a new cycle coming in. And this is what this High Priestess also talks about, this new cycle coming in for you. Let's have a little look at my Golden Art Nouveau Tarot as well. Thank you. Oh, and sorry, I meant to say to you, you've also got the Queen of Swords has come out. No, sorry, one of them was thinking about barking. You have the Queen of Swords has come out. This change has been very transformative for you. The Queen of Swords is somebody who has now has healthy boundaries, wants to surround herself with people that she can talk honestly and openly with, have soul-to-soul conversations. She welcomes any and all relationships with those that don't hide behind a mask. And she believes passionately in speaking her truth, but from a place of kindness. But the Queen of Swords also can have a tendency to, because of past hurts, close off her heart chakra in order to protect herself from any future hurts. And that's just a reminder for you that although these things happen, they happen for you, and it's been such a gift for you. And to be able to look back, which I know you can as the High Priestess, to be grateful for it. And it's about understanding that the more you're in that amazing space, the more you speak your truth and communicate, the more you are watching a shift in relationships around you. There's been transformations, and it's the ripple effect, transformations in people around you at this time. So let's have a little look. What was I going to do? My Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. Anything else, please? Thank you. Tell me more about the Sun for Sagittarius next year. Thank you, Spirit. There we are, flew out. Ace of Cups, my darling. Something beautiful is coming in for you. Something, again, this gift. And I go back to this Page of Cups. This is this cup that's coming in for you. Coming in with love, coming in with an apology, coming in with something. It's a new beginning. And it's something, do you see the peace there as well? If you had a relationship in the past that you were getting walked on eggshells with, or felt you were constantly trying to please them, you lost yourself in that relationship. This coming in for you is something coming in that is coming in with the right energy. It's been a very transformational journey for whoever this person is as well. You have here these lotus flowers representing both of you. You know, lotus flowers represent transformation, and they grow out of dark, murky waters. Waters represent our emotions. So those darker periods that somebody's had to go through and you've had to go through has actually manifested into something very beautiful. And if you had to go apart to come back together again, this is what this is about. But this is beautiful. Look again, you've got the Sun behind the Ace of Cups. You have the Sun card here. And I feel with the hummingbird flying backwards, whatever this apology, this cup coming in for you, is because fond memories of the past have also reignited in your soulmate that desire to come forward to you. They've had their aha moment, their understanding. They know how they feel about you. They may have run from it for a while. Maybe that's also, you know, what this Four of Cups has been as well for them too. But that's just lovely. I'm just going to pull a couple. I'll see what comes out from my Dream Tarot for you. Thank you. There'll be a new vitality to your relationship. There'll be it's peaceful. You both understand each other. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you want to tell Sagittarius? Too many cards, please. Sorry, let me just see them do one. They may not want one from this deck. We'll just see if it comes out. Yeah, you've got two. Of course you've got these two. You've got the Empress and you've got the Fool. So beautiful, beautiful cards for you. You're about to enter a new cycle with the Fool. Don't be fearful of it. Let go, let God. Understand that each cycle has its amazing things. It has its things that are a little bit more difficult. But every cycle is for us to shift and change, evolve until we enter the next cycle. And it's you're entering this, this new cycle as the Empress. So the Empress is all four queens together. And the Empress is somebody who understands that as above, down below, is manifesting consciously, is in receiving mode, trusts that her manifestations will happen at exactly the right time, doesn't worry about when and how and who, just knows that the universe is taking care of her. And whatever you're doing right now, my darling, you're very protective of it. You see there with her hand on her tummy, you could either be pregnant, but it also represents any things that you're passionate about and new beginnings of something. Could be something about your life path, whatever you're doing, you're very protective of it and it's growing and it's wonderful to see. You've got the swan here representing loyalty and eternal love and something very noble as well. You've got here the whales representing that beautiful communication with spirit, with the universe, Mother Nature, that sort of echo sound. You're very aware, you hear things, and I'm guided to look at the lynx's ears as well. You hear, you have that clear cognizance, knowing about things as well. And it's beautiful, this new cycle. You nurture yourself, you nurture others, you take pleasure in so many things. You've really learned to, those words, I am grateful, I am blessed. The leopard in here, where's my little leopard there, represents that strength and confidence and about observing, about being beautiful and wise. You have a deep awareness and trust that communication, trust the fluidity of what you're saying as well. And you have emotional clarity too. And that's not just about yourself, that's about others as well. So that's just wonderful. Oh, and thank you, Spirit. I forgot to mention, do you see there with the dandelion? She's gently blowing her wishes, her manifestations out on the wind, knowing that they will come to fruition when they're meant to, in the natural time that they're meant to. So that is absolutely lovely. That's all I'm going to pull from those. And lastly, my darlings, I am going to pull some angel answers. So if you'd like to think about questions that you may have for yourself, if this reading has resonated with you, and let's see what Spirit has for you with the angel answers. Thank you for Sagittarius. Oh, that shouldn't be there. But of course it's there. It's the High Priestess again. It attached itself to the angel answers. They're saying you already know the answers. They're saying you already know. That's now 2 High Priestesses you've had. That needs to go on that deck. Okay, so let's have a look. Isn't that lovely? That came out at the beginning for you twice, and now it's come out in another deck for you. Thank you, Spirit. What answers do you have for Sagittarius? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What answers do you have for Sagittarius? Thank you, Spirit. To come out. Compromise. Compromise wanted to come out. So I feel that with this apology, it's with that understanding that I think don't have too high expectations of others or yourself, and compromise that people are moving at their own pace, but the intention is true. And you've got within the next few weeks, my darling. So whatever it is that you're asking about within the next few weeks, and they've now just confirmed that again by saying in the near future. So that's beautiful. Maybe that's that apology coming in. It's that Knight of Feathers, that Knight of Swords, could also be them charging in as well. Thank you. That's what that compromise about as well. So these cards always have, you know, different layers of meanings. So with the Knight of Feathers, the Knight of Swords for you, it's about that communicating clearly and having that focus as well. The Knight of Swords also could be somebody rushing in to say something, but depending on the reaction they get, rushing back out again. So with that compromise card, just be aware that their intention is pure, but the delivery might be from one of nerves. So I hope that makes sense, Sagittarius. I very much enjoyed doing your reading for you today for next year, and I'm going to be doing your December readings for you next week. So I look forward to doing those. In the meantime, have a really lovely rest of the Sunday, and I look forward to catching up with you again very soon. Take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.